Hello everyone, it's Marie from Skeletorama again. Welcome back to my channel. So we are moved in and the craft room is more or less set up. So what I figured I would do, which may be a little bit fun, is to take you kind of on a tour of it and let you see what it looks like, how I organize stuff. That's a good one. It's sort of organized, I know where it is, and kind of show you all that good stuff. So hope you enjoy. And I tried to use the tripod for the camera to make it so that it didn't shake around too much, but then of course you can't really see anything. I think there was one place that I was able to use it that made sense, and then the rest of the time it's like, yeah, if you want to see this stuff 30 feet away from you, right? So anyways, like I said, hope you enjoy. Okay, so go ahead and open the door so you can get the full view of the craft room and that ridiculously bright light that I have there. Yeah, we tried fixing that, but the light bulb's too big for the globe thing. So I'll go ahead and apologize for harsh shadows now. So do kind of a sweep around the room. It's mostly done. Still needs some stuff. So there's my desk. This is the one time you'll see it somewhat clean. So usually it's not. And I got a couple closets over there. And then got more stuff over here. And I'll go through the stuff and show you kind of what it is. The big seller for me in here was that shelf. Because I'm like, yes, I have somewhere I can put all those damn dollhouses. And there will be an aside to that later that has to do with that box down there. So anyways, I'm going to try my best to... I have this on a tripod, so I'll go through like each of the areas to kind of describe them. I'll see if I can put the camera down on something so that way it won't move, because I'm one of those people that if you're doing your video and you're holding the camera with your hand, I'm probably going to be sick about halfway through it. So let me do that and I will be right back. Okay, for some of these areas it does make a lot more sense to hand hold it, so I will hold it as steady as I possibly can. Rest assured though, if it moves enough to make y'all sick at home, it's making me sick in the viewfinder as well. So I'm suffering right along with you. So we have my shelving unit here. This was the, oh God, I've got so much crap, I need more room shelving unit. So I have one of these. These are from Tonic Studios. They come unfinished. And so I cover them with scrapbook paper. I buy them not having any place for them to live. It's a sickness, but... and then I have stuff in the drawers that I then forget I put there. So there's that. So I've got like some ink, and I've got mica powder and Lindy's, the shakers. And I've got the color burst stuff here. So all different mediums. This is just, yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but I sort of know where things are in it. So these are some of the tool bins that I have. And then we've got my paper cutters, 2 of them, hole punch. These are jewelry tools, and then all of my replacement blades for cutting stuff. These are 2 things I don't care about that I'm going to give to somebody, so I put those out of the way there. So some of my distress inks. These here, these were boxes from some craft subscription thing that I got, and so they now house postcards. So this one's full. This one is mostly full, and then I have some money stuff that I've gotten from different countries and things. This is all embossing powder, more embossing powder, and then some of my more delicate Tim Holtz stuff that I don't have anywhere to put till I stick something in them. Got those, and then all my little Le Creuset dishes that I like to use to hold stuff. And then haven't messed up the bottom shelf yet. It's just got some random IKEA stuff that little organizer things that I got. And then this is just more random things I haven't unpacked yet. I've got copper. I'm going to do a steampunk lamp at some point, so I got the copper tubing for that. And this is all of my scrap paper, because the bin that these normally live in is being used to hold my dollhouse furniture until I put it in the dollhouse, and then I can reclean this to hold all my scraps. So now this little cart here, which is, I got it from Amazon or something. This has all the paper stuff for the junk journals. So this is all the hand-dyed paper, either paper that I purchased, like that, which is gorgeous. Or paper that I dyed myself, which is this whole back chunk. Miscellaneous paper, things like that. These are all just kind of fussy cut elements of stuff. So there's pictures, there's more pictures from like the different kits and things that I do. This one has some kind of little cutout people, things like that. Sometimes when I'm having trouble crafting, whether it's my anemia is kicking my butt or whatever, I tend to print out things, kits and stuff, and I will fussy cut them because at least I'm doing something artistic. This drawer here has paper. So this paper here is for I do genealogy research and stuff as well. And so I'm working on 7 generations back right now. And of course, me being me and being an analyst, I'm not just accepting the family trees on Ancestry, and please don't, if you use Ancestry, really do your research, but I'm getting all the different census data and all that kind of stuff, and I want to do a junk journal that's a family tree. But they get very large very quickly, so I thought, oh, I want to do one that's got 8.5 by 11 pages. But how am I going to bind them together? And I started thinking, it's like, well, I'll look at all the different single page binding methods, and none of them are going to work. I'm like, hey, idiot, you do know they make paper that's 11 by 17, and if you fold it in half, it's 8.5 by 11, you idiot. So yeah, that's what these are. These will eventually be that family tree journal. Junk mail envelopes, because they have windows and I can make junk journal stuff with them, so lots of those. And this is all got tags, doilies, all my coffee dyed tags that I do, guest checks. So whenever I coffee dye, it's such a process and it takes like literally all day that I tend to do several hundred tags and other things at the same time. This is coming out. This is the same sort of thing, but these are more miscellaneous colors. So when I did this set of papers here, I did matching guest checks and things for them, and I just throw them in here. This is really cool. This is a railroad time book from the 50s. It's all filled in, so I use pages of that sometimes. And then this is these rando Christmas bags that I've had for like ages, and then guest checks and things that are not dyed yet. And as you will see, making junk journals takes up a lot of space. That's what I do in addition, obviously, to miniatures. But okay, I'm gonna move you over to the next spot. So right here, of course, we've got book pages. This is Kelly's Peerage from the 1930s. This book was 1,500 pages. When the post office delivered it to me, it started about page 1,200. I may be scarred by that still. And then I've got this, and this is all of my kits, my digital kits, other people's digital kits, for junk journal stuff, fussy cutting, whatever. So this is in front of these drawers because it's mobile, right? So let's mobile it. Okay, coming over here, I may have a slight washi tape problem. I may also have a slight stamp problem. These are all stamps in here. And just regular, there's my clamps, and I always save chopsticks, you know, when they give them to you with Chinese food, because you can use them for miniatures, you can use them for all kinds of stuff. That is probably the Tim Holtz distress sprays. There's my very small collection of Nouveau drops. I still can't decide whether I like them or not. They're okay. All right. Now, as we look through the different drawers, just keep in mind I'm not completely insane, and you're looking at 20-something years worth of collecting art supplies, but I may be slightly insane. All right, top drawer. I sort of, I swatch all the things when I get them, so these are like the different brushos and stuff like that, so that I know what the heck they look like when I go to use them, because it's not usually as simple as, oh, it looks like this on the package. Doesn't always look like that. So this is shimmer powder, which I didn't realize because when I went to put it up here, I thought it was the Nuvo drops. It was in like one of those grab bag things. And so normally I will take the Nuvo drops and I will put a little bit on the lid, let it dry so I can see it when I go to use it. Yeah, that was a big mess everywhere when it came out as powder, and I was quite surprised, and it's very comical. But this is mostly glitters. Got some more mica in here. Gilding flakes. These things are great, but God, they get everywhere. Some more different things, glitter. And then we have stickles, we have tape. This is the double-sided tape. Random Christmas trees and buttons and things. There's a lot of that in here. Museum wax. These are more like embellishments, so stickers. These are really cute. I guess they're like nail stickers or something. I don't know. They're tiny. I don't know what the hell to use them in, but there they are. I'm going to keep all the things. So this is going to be all of your twines and your baker's twine. Every once in a while I'll go through here and find stuff I didn't realize I had, which is kind of fun. Stickers. Didn't know I had those. All right. Glue. Do I have some glue? I have some glue. This is only part of it. That's the sad part. This is my smaller glue. This is the, you know, the crap that comes with every one of those little kits you get. I got plenty of that, and I gave a bunch away too. These are to be used in connection with the box that I'll show you in a minute. Okay, I have a couple sprays. These are shimmer sprays, and the ones from Prima, and a bunch of Lindy's that you've seen me use, and whoa, and a mess, Nuvo. So if you go to Tonic makes a lot of different things. They make a lot of tools. They make a lot of mediums like sprays and whatever. If you go on their site, usually on Fridays, they'll usually have like bundle deals for weekends and stuff like that. You can get some crazy amounts of stuff very, very cheap, and it's really, really good. I love all of their products. As you can see from all the Nuvo stuff in here, I got embellishment mousse. I got texture paste. I don't take very good care of these, unfortunately. Glimmer paste, all that sort of stuff in here. I try to categorize stuff. I sort of succeed. Got paint. So I've got the Dilutions. I love Dilutions because her colors are just so over the top beautiful. And then we have an empty drawer because I haven't filled it with stuff yet because I found a better place to put some of my mediums. So we'll see that in a minute. I'll do kind of the wide angle of the desk there. So you'll notice there's a lot of IKEA in here. I love IKEA. The backdrop that you're seeing there, that is from Le Creuset. This was actually a display in one of their stores, and my friend knew that I wanted it, and they saved it for me when they were done with it. So that was really cool. This is mostly my artwork. This stuff you don't really get to see much on the channel, so I just kind of do it sort of slow. I do a lot of mixed media stuff. So we got Santos dolls, Altoid tins, which I'm going to do on my channel at some point because I love doing them. All this is the Harry Potter section here. I did not make those things. Those come from the Wizarding Trunk, which is fantastic. Some more artwork. And up here, wow, that shadow is ridiculous. I need to fix that stupid light. And this center one that I did here with the really bad shadow on it, that was out of Graphic 45 paper, the detective paper, right after it just came out. And I had linked them to a picture of it when I made it, and they actually made me their G45er of the week for that, which was kind of fun. But it was really fun to play with. Okay, the desk. I'll sit this down here. All right, so on both sides I've got the IKEA drawers. These come unfinished, and again I use my Stamperia, usually scrapbook paper on it to make it look extra pretty. I have another one of these. This is Tonic. This has, see, that's Tim Holtz dials. This has tickets, and these are real bus tickets from whenever. A lot of them are from England. And what the hell's in there? Oh, stamp stickers. They're not real stamps. They're just stickers. They look like stamps. The basket here has got all my scissors, baby wipes. This is usually stuff I'm like working on, or it'll have different things that I'm going to use in a journal, so I can just grab one of the tickets instead of having to go in those drawers over there. Okay, here's where most of the stuff, the little fussy stuff, lives. So in here we've got buttons, charms, different things like that. Sequins, bookbinding materials. These are random bits of ephemera. I've got library cards, got like photo booth photos, and these are actual real photos. I don't know what the hell this is, but I have it. I love these. I need to do something else with these. This is what I used on the Mad Scientist kit. I got them from Retro Cafe Art Gallery. Love them. This is extra Tim Holtz stuff that's not in the ephemera holders you'll see later. And then this is a lot of extra stuff, like extra stuff from my kits that I did. Little things like this. Whenever I make stuff like this, I batch make it, so I've got extra for if I need it. These are little envelopes. I made these on my channel. I went a little bug nutty making envelopes. And I can never get these damn drawers in. There we go. And then moving over, this is like the main thing here. Sometimes you can see part of this when I'm doing videos and things. But this has the tools that I reach for the most. So it's got my bending pliers, other sorts of pliers. These are, whenever I make cards, I make in sets of 5 because I give them away in sets of 4, but I always like to keep one example. So when I cut these card blanks from the cardstock, of course I end up with an extra one. So I just kind of put it over here. And the next time I go use that color, I go, okay, do I have an extra one? So I don't have to waste a piece of paper. But tiny attacher. These are some cool stickers that I found when I moved that I didn't even know I owned. So that was fun. So like these vintage stickers, map stuff on them, very cute. And 1, 2, 3 blocks, jewelry block, sandpaper, staples, all that kind of little fussy stuff. Paper clips, that sort of deal. And then we move over here, and I'll try to do it without getting the light right in the camera. So this is another tonic one. It comes flat. It's MDF, and then you put it together, and then you can cover it with paper. So I use the climped paper. But I've got like, these are the little small Tim Holtz labels, which I love putting on all the things. Here's all the little small ephemera to try to get me to use it, but then I keep forgetting I put it in here. Oh, there's no hope. Tags, they're all tag blanks. These are Tracy Fox. They make like little slides, like little fake slides. These are all library cards. And I have my most used pens, and of course, yes I am. These are for bookbinding mostly and stuff. And then we go to IKEA thing number 2. Okay. Oh, and I gotta pick it up again because I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay, so this is all gonna be sequins. These little half pearls make the best rivets. They're really good for rivets, so I got a bunch of those in there. This was some sort of, I forget what I got this mix for, but it's got little lemon slices for those, for miniatures. This is more Tim Holtz. You're gonna see a lot of Tim Holtz, I will just say. Again, I made some little banners, and I always keep the extra here. Someday I will go to make something and won't have to make a banner because I'll actually use those. Paper clips, all the paper clips. In this we have the Christmas Tim Holtz that won't fit anywhere else. Ditto Halloween Tim Holtz. I have a massive stash of the skulls, but these are the new ones. Whenever he comes out with holiday stuff, it goes away. So, ooh. I'll edit that noise out of that falling. There's more Tim Holtz stuff. So these are fragments, a lot of different stuff. Really good place to find Tim Holtz is at Tuesday Morning. They get a lot of the stuff, and it's really cheap when you get it that way. So anything they're kind of getting rid of, keep your eye on Tuesday Morning. They may have them there. There we go. And of course, I've got my Millennium Falcon. It's a trivet. It's like for pots and stuff, but it works real good, especially here in the South when you have anything that's cold with ice in it. It's going to sweat and get everywhere. This catches the water too. And I got my little thing that I use for all the small bits. My garbage that's on my desk versus the garbage that's back there. And let's move this out of the way here. Okay. So remember how I said I had a stamp problem? I have a stamp problem. This is like a 2.5, 3-inch binder. Yeah, it's kind of full. So. And I did them by categories. There's Christmas, there's animals, and then once that's done, you go by color. Part of it, I just like playing with the stamps. I do use them in my art. There's no way in hell that I will be able to use all of these. It's not happening, but and then of course I've got my other notebook. Actually, this is kind of interesting here. So this is kind of an example of what I do with genealogy stuff. So it's got the relative, it's got any piece of information that I have. It's blown up into a legible format, except that one, you can't read that one, but and then I put down, you know, what I was able to find out about them. And so I have them all the way till Revolutionary War time. The interesting thing when we get into the Revolutionary War is that if they wanted to get their pension in the 1800s, they had to go in front of a judge usually and do in their own words. They had to describe their service. So that's what this is. This is my 6th or 7th great-grandfather, and this is him describing what he did in the Revolutionary War to get his pension, which is pretty cool. So this is a very small part of it because your grandparents, you know, it's exponential. So when you're at the 7th generation from yourself, I think you've got 128 grandparents, something like that. So yeah, it takes a minute. All right, so swing you back around this way and we'll look in the drawers in the desk. All right, starting with the things I use the most, I put here. So stamping platform, paper cutters, all that kind of stuff. Foam tape, rulers, yada yada. Miscellaneous things, batteries. So these are all the kind of batteries that you use for the different doll houses and things like that. These are bulldog clips, magnets. Okay, so I might have an issue with these, but I love these things like the die cuts and the journaling cards and stuff that you get. This is many years, by the way. I didn't get all this crap last week. This is many, many years of collecting these and not wanting to throw them away, but or give them away or any of that. But like these ones from Graphic 45, again, you can find these sometimes at Tuesday Morning, and you'll get a pack of like 5 of them for like $5. That's why this grew exponentially. And then down here, we've got papers I used to do book binding, book cloth, Tim Holtz tissue paper. That's where those are. I was literally looking for these the other day. I couldn't remember. I knew I put them somewhere clever. Too clever, apparently. All right, slowly over here. Now here's where you're really going to be like, you are ridiculous. I'm going to say, I know, it's true. Okay, so this is Tim Holtz Distress ink. Not counting the stuff that was over there in the tin. This is Distress Oxide, that was Distress ink. And I actually do kind of prefer the Distress ink. It's got, this lays on top of your stuff a little bit more than that sinks in, so. And then we have other kinds of ink. This is probably one of my favorite brands of ink. This stuff's fantastic, it's beautiful. But it's pigment ink, so it takes a minute to dry. So I may have a little Finnabar paint as well. It's the Art Alchemy. Like this is one of the Opal Magic ones. And the Sparks ones. And then these are all the different waxes that you see me use on stuff. It's a rust paste. Usually comes in 3 different colors, but I keep, see, I think this is dried out too. I keep not using it and then it dries out, except for like this yellow because it's my least favorite. Okay, here's the Tim Holtz drawer. So this does have some Finnabar stuff too, but this is, you know, all the metal bits. And again, you know, I've amassed these over a really long period of time and usually on sale, you know, so like this. Hobby Lobby is a great place to get stuff on sale. Okay, look at the price difference there. $2.75. If you see those red tags at Hobby Lobby, it's probably 75% off. Usually that's where those go. And they do those quite frequently. So I've got like all the stickers and paper stuff like that. The stars, love those. This is all the little small stuff, eyelets, and dials and things like that. And then we have Retro Cafe Art Gallery drawer. So like when I did the Santos doll, it's these. So like this. This is a house shrine kit. I was thinking of doing some more of these things on the channel. I don't know if you guys like those or if you just prefer the miniatures. These are cool. These are for Altoid tins. So you can put them in there like a little frame on the inside. And then these are all the different molds. And most of them are Prima. I got my mica in there. Have the different paper clay, epoxy clay, all that good stuff. The resin would normally live in there, but it never lasts long enough to actually be in there. So once I get it and I open it, I usually will go ahead and pour the whole thing. This is stuff that can't really fit. So you got PET plastic. This is acetate. This is what will be on the Alice project as the cover. So that's just waiting for me to get off my butt and do that part. And this, of course, the Lion Rampant. If you're wondering where the saltire is, it's out front. Confusing my neighbors. Okay, so this is all of my pre-made ephemera for junk journal stuff. These 2 carts I won't bother going into. This is almost all junk journal things and ephemera. And so whenever I am in a junk journal mood, this cart comes over, that other cart comes closer, this stuff comes out. It gets ridiculous and it just overtakes the whole room. Then we have these drawers. Now these are more miniature drawers and things, but I do have a ridiculous amount of ribbon, equally a ridiculous amount of lace, although there's way worse people out there than me with the lace. These are different coloring mediums, so like the Tim Holtz crayons, watercolors, Derwent ink tins, pencils. God, I love those. Other kinds of colored pencils, all that stuff that I kind of ignore more than I should. Yeah, and I have real watercolor brushes, like that's going to help. Yeah, I'm not very good at that, but it's all good. Now we're in the miniature land, finally, right? This is all the different paints. These are little small things that I've cut out, like little labels for bottles. This is fake grass. This is more, all that stuff is like, you know, when I do the books. Yeah, I've got a couple book covers cut out, so I don't need to print off anything to make books for quite a while. These are pieces, some of these are pieces that are going to my new dollhouse that I'll be doing. I learned last time, buy all of your little stuff first and have it with you. So like I didn't get enough of the molding, and they discontinued the molding I was using. It really irks me. So it's different on the top floor. I know that. Hopefully nobody else will notice it. But here's all the scenic stuff, some air clay. This is what I'm going to use to try to make the tree for the Alice thing. So I don't know how to make a tree, so wish me luck on that. I have resin. I haven't used this yet. I'm going to use it to try to make the teapot, so where it's pouring the tea, but it's suspended by the tea. So that should be a stunning failure, but it'll be entertaining while I do it. Some more of my turf stuff. And then we have more shelves. So here's more of the dollhouse ones. These two are the Billy ones from imported from Japan, which I love. And then these are just some of the regular ones you can get on Amazon. Same with all these up here. And then we'll get the rest of that one over there because my arm's not quite that long. And more of the Santos dolls. This is the one that I did on my channel. The little fairy type ones. I just love doing them because they're fun. They don't take too long to do. I had slowed down quite a bit because I ran out of shelf space, but again, as you'll find out in a minute, some shelf space opened up in a very traumatic way. But here's more of these. Some more of the Altoid tins. Actually, let me try to do it slow. In here, that entire shelf there where the two Christmas boxes and the white thing are all Altoid tins, sardine tins, the whole shebang. I have a couple of them. We got more over here. Some more Alice. This is one of the Altoid tins with the frame in it. I like, and it just kind of slips right in there. It looks real good. I found my cookbook. It's this one, which was great when I was unpacking my books yesterday. So that was nice. Okay, here we have the rest of those dollhouses there. The roof on this one made me want to drink bleach. It was bad. The instructions were just crap. Just gonna put that out there. Okay, so closets. This closet has what will be coming up on my channel right here. Here's the addition for the Allison Jr. And then the next one, which is the Victorian painted lady, which I've had about a year and a half now, something like that. I'm really glad I didn't put it together because then I would have had to move it. So that worked out nice. And that's quilt stuff I'm working on. Okay. Get my chair thing for this. So this is more, like I said, junk journal stuff takes up a lot of room, but printer. And hey, look, I can keep my printer ink somewhere now. Yay! This is one of my favorite drawers in this whole place because these are all antique book pages or vintage book pages or whatever. Like these. And this is how I buy them. I don't murder antique books because it would hurt my soul. I let other people do it for me. Same reason I don't kill my own cow and eat it, right? So I couldn't do that. I'd be the biggest vegetarian ever post-apocalypse. But these are Italian book pages. Some of them go all the way back to the 1700s. And they are from books that were falling apart, that could not really be saved at that point. Got music pages. I have my Irish Gaelic, Ireland, Scotland's in here somewhere, so is Wales. Scottish book pages in Gaelic are very hard to come by. Older ones anyway. Lots and lots of music pages. Weird ass magazines. Like, look at this. I was alive when this was a current magazine, although I was not old enough to read it. But yeah, I can't bring myself to hurt those either. They're just kind of fun to look at. And then we got the project cart with the Sizzix on top. And again, Hobby Lobby sale, half price for these big long cutting plates. Love that. So in here, every one of those little envelopes you see is stuff that I've cut out for card making. Again, when I'm not feeling good, but I want to be creative, sometimes I'll just stamp a bunch of stuff and color it and cut it out so that it's ready to make cards. Unfortunately, I'm ready to make cards for the next like 4 years. So yeah, there's that. And then these are different projects that I have that I'm working on. Like this is for a Scottish journal here. So I've got different pages that are going to be in the signature. I've got Scottish Gaelic, I've got map, that kind of stuff. But this way I can kind of keep them contained. And then as I'm in the mood to work on something, I can just grab the drawer and bring it over. So there's another Scottish journal. These are all in progress. This is Christmas that I didn't finish. I kind of got there. I did like a ridiculous amount of them though, but they're all different journals. And more journals. And then you get down here into Sizzix land. So these are a lot of the different Sizzix dies and embossing folders, that sort of stuff. Here's more Sizzix. Again, look at that. Just got that one the other day. It was $10, it was $2.49. I'll take it. And then this is tools. So this is my little iron heat gun. Whatever the hell that is, another heat gun. Okay, this box. So this box has in it the carnage that happened. I had a different shelf up here prior. Okay, and it kind of ran pretty much where that shelf is now. It was one of those big, huge floating shelves, and I think it was just too heavy because it was anchored in a wall stud. I'm not stupid. But I was in the other room and I hear this big cacophony. And apparently it came out of the wall. Unfortunately, it held about 10 dollhouses. Of the 10 that it held, 3 of them survived. This is the carnage from the rest of them in varying states of, you know, not much left of that one in place. Same with this. Right? Which is heartbreaking, but the thing is, and this is one of the Billy ones, which just kills me because I love them and they're really expensive. But the nice thing is they were in pieces when I got them, right? So chances are I can take these pieces and I can put them back. Maybe. I don't know about this one. This one's jacked so hard. This one took it the worst, I think, out of all of them. The one that makes me the saddest is that one there, which is the Paris kind of tea garden sort of thing, which was my favorite to put together. My favorite is the Borders one, which thank God was not on the shelf. But this one, the outside fared okay, but the inside, everything broke away. So one of the things I was thinking of doing is, you know, God forbid this happen to you, but what if it does, right? What if you drop it? What if it gets knocked off the shelf and broken? So I think what I'll do is I'll take a couple of these and do videos of them and see, can we fix them? And I'll let you guys kind of come along with me to see if we can fix it. If not, what can we salvage? How can we salvage it? What can we do with it to make something nice out of this, which is about $400 worth of pain right here. So anyways, yes, it's the box of doom. Moving on from tragedy to quasi-tragedy, I guess, is another closet, which is, it's got shelves, but it's kind of a mess. But this is where I keep all my overflow stuff. So this is all jewelry making, card making. This is all miniature stuff. Do I have a freaking light in here? Oh, I don't have a string. Okay. Still getting used to the place, but these bins here, these are all the wood pieces. These are dollhouse bits and things like that. And then we have sewing and whatnot down here. That tub there has all my dollhouse kits I haven't put together yet. And then over here, speaking of things I haven't put together yet, excuse the lighting sucks. This is one of Era's dollhouse rooms, but this is one of the things I was talking about. So for the new dollhouse, I have already made sure to get things like all of the flooring, right? So I've got all the wood flooring, I've got the kitchen flooring, And then in here, kind of to the side, what you see in that tube, that is all of my crown molding and floor molding, baseboards, all that kind of stuff. Actually ended up getting them, I think it was via Amazon, but it came from England. They're cheaper than the ones from the US, and they're very nice. So here we have one of those pantry things, right? This is my discontinued Tim Holtz stash, which I didn't realize how ridiculous it was. But see, again, Tuesday morning for $6.99, I'll take it. Vignette boxes. We've got the little vignette shrine. But these are the real oldies but goodies. There's a configuration box. These have been discontinued for a long time. Got another divided box in the back. What else is in here? These are the small folios. These have been gone for quite a while. And these, I could probably put these on my Etsy shop for a good price. These are more configuration boxes. These are really old, but they're really fun. It's just knowing that I can't get them again. It's hard to not hoard them. So, and glue. Here's more glue. Would you like any glue? I have plenty of glue. And then these are a lot of the other different like texture paste and gesso, Mod Podge, all that kind of stuff, gloss medium. Here's some more Tim Holtz stuff. And here's a little coffin shaped one, old license plate from quite a while ago. I keep thinking I'm going to make like one of those little purses out of it. I probably won't, but it'll sit there for the next 25 years. Oh my God, so much stuff. Okay, so we have more shelving up here, pop figures, because I love pop figures. This is other examples of my mixed media art, because who doesn't have skulls in their Christmas tree? I know I do. Only thing about this one is I just don't like the way I didn't blend those rays in very good. But sorry for the glare shadow business again. This one's my favorite. I love that one. And it's got what? A sardine tin. Yes, it does. Here's more of me not being able to highlight worth crap, but it's still kind of cool. And then we have even more Altoid tins and all these different things. And then Zig Clean Color Real brush markers, which I love. Sewing machine. Yes, it's Hello Kitty. Yes, it's a real grown-up sewing machine that I love. Iron. Brother Scan and Cut. This thing is awesome. More fussy cutting. You can tell when I haven't been well for a while because this stuff gets full. Okay. Oh, these are all the little small. Oh, son of a bitch, I got this one too. Okay. Didn't realize that one got gotten, but I'll fix that one too. Something must have landed on it. Okay. Now we get into hobby number 743, which is stamping. So these are all Tim Holtz stamps. We've got a couple stamp sets here, and here, and here, and here, and here. No, that's Sizzix stamps. These are awesome stamps. These are all Celtic, and I love them. I had to mount these on the foam stuff. That was an adventure. So when I was saying when I make cards, I always keep examples of them. Not so I can like bask in the glory of my card making skills, right? It's just because I'll sit down and want to make some cards and go, okay, what the hell do I do again? I don't even know. Like these, I made these for my daughter to give to her students at her school. It's very cute. And then the rest of this is paper. We got regular paper. We got scrapbook paper. This is graphic 45. Oh, look, it's some graphic 45. And this is Stamperia and a few other companies. I can't remember who because I have a ridiculous amount of scrapbook paper. Oh, let's go over here. This is regular paper again with chipboard. And this is regular colored papers, tonic specialty papers. This is my toolbox. So there's this war going on in my house because I have a DeWalt screwdriver. My husband does not. And he keeps taking it and hiding it so that I'll forget, so that he can magically have a DeWalt screwdriver. It was like $12 at Home Depot. I was like, seriously? Okay, Tim Holtz. And everybody else. This Lawn Fawn, Christmas, holiday, that sort of thing. And then I have these. Speaking of things that piss me off, so Kallax has shelves, right? And I'm like, sweet, because I want to take this and put a shelf here so I can have two of these so it's not taking up so much space. They only come in white now. Please note the not white that is my Kallax unit. So I'm probably going to have to like spray paint it or something because that would be horrible. Okay. So here we have some unfinished projects. This is like a merry-go-round type thing. Got the little horses, not quite done with that. This is a Christmas thing that's been not finished for quite some time. That's not upside down. It's not stuck down to anything. I'm not that bad. Here we go. Ta-da. And then we have all of my sticker books. These are all ephemera. So I made these to hold like all the little paper junk, that sort of thing. Because I hate going into like a drawer and I can't figure out what anything is and I can't find anything. And then I'm like, I don't want to deal with it now. Different journals. So this is one that I ordered, custom made from Ireland. It's very pretty. And this is probably my favorite one. That one is, there's a gentleman from England who has a channel. His name is Mike Deacon. And he does a lot of art journaling and stuff like that. And he got into doing junk journals and stuff. And, about 4 years ago, I think, he started offering where you could buy custom-made junk journals from him. And I think I was the second person who got one of his junk journals. And I love it very much. I love it so much I can't write in it. So there's that. And then this book. So one of the things that I want to work on for some miniatures, this is Harry Potter, it's Mina Lima. They're the people who did all the graphic design for all the Harry Potter movies, Fantastic Beasts, whatnot. Absolutely love their style. I want to make some miniature kits to do, say, a potions classroom from a wizarding world that is not going to sue me for copyright infringement, right? So I'd have to make them from scratch by myself. So I got that partially so that I would have a reference material to go, what does really good design look like? And then we'll see what mine looks like, right? This entire unit is fabric because again, I have problems. But I've been sewing for about, how old am I? Let's see, about 35 years-ish. I've been sewing for a minute, so that's what all this is. So this is many, 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 many years worth of fabric. So like this is the klimped fabric. And whenever I do a quilt with like the offcuts of it, that's when I'll make stuff like this. I'll sew them all together and make like a table runner, right? Or the little mats like this. You can put your coffee on. They just need to be, I need to finish edging them. And these even have a special kind of batting in them that's thermal, so you can use it as a pot holder too if you want to. I can never remember what it's called though, so I can't order any more of it. All right, in you go. Okay. Oh, look, it's fabric. More fabric. Tim Holtz fabric. I love Tim Holtz fabric. I hoard it also. And if you do anything with any kind of sewing, you know, you got to get at least 1 yard if it's cute, because then you may never see it again, right? So I've got a lot of 1 yard pieces, but this is my Nightmare Before Christmas, Star Trek for my mom, Zelda. I sort of had these organized at one point. They're kind of not anymore. We have the different pop culture. So a little bit of Hello Kitty here. I'm a bit of a fan. This is one of my favorite ones. Speaking of fabric you can't get your hands on anymore, there is the TARDIS done as Starry Night. I also, somewhere in this mess, have the, oh, is this it? No, that's the Weird Sharks. I have the Weeping Angel fabric that's glow in the dark. So Christmas, all this good stuff. And then this is quilt batting, crap I don't know where to put it, different stuff like that. Yeah, see, these are the leftovers from the Klimt. It's a king size quilt that I'm almost done with. Yep, so wow, I think that might actually be it. The reason you're not seeing the dollhouse in here is because it wouldn't fit. I'm actually downgrading my space quite a bit because I used to have the full living room because we're not super social. So I don't have the full living room anymore. I have the actual room now. So I don't have as much wall space. Speaking of, don't worry, that will have shelves on it soon enough. And yeah, please don't look at the ugly ceiling where the previous people decided it'd be a good idea to take down the crown molding, which I'm going to have to replace, which is really effing expensive. But yeah, so there you go. So here it is. And see, here's my little desk setup. I've got my camera rig up here attached to the wall. So that way, if I'm sanding or if I'm doing something here, it's not gonna shake it and make you sick, kind of like I'm sure this camera work is doing right now. Sorry about that. You know, light setup, da-da-da. So, ta-da, here it is. So I will be doing some more Alice stuff. I'm going to be doing some more of the dollhouse. I'm going to do the addition. I think that one, I've got a big 4-foot table out in the living room. I may just set my filming stuff up there so that way it'd be easier and you could have a shot at actually seeing what the hell I'm doing. And I'm going to do the same thing for the big Victorian house. So that one will take a while before it shows up because I want to do opposite of what I've seen. And I want to make sure that I finish it to whichever point, and then put it up in episodes. Because like I said, usually I see where people start it and then don't finish it. So, and it does take a long time to do one of those. But that one I'll get to the point of wallpaper and flooring and then we'll worry about decorating the rooms way in the future. So you won't have to wait until all that part's done because that would be a bit ridiculous. But I do need to get 2 more stair rails because I used the 2 I was going to use on that on my other house. But anyways, I will do probably one more video once the living room gets straightened up from the nightmare that it currently is. But I did get bookshelves, so that was good. And that way you can see the Mad Scientist house in a lot more current of a walkthrough. And then we can get started on some of the other stuff. Wow. Okay, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.